Wait, what did you say?
I said it was a good angle.
You like that?
Oh, stop.
You stop my bat.
Stop
my bat, bro.
Time to suit up.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another top 5 video. They're having their own show over here, but it's the usual. So Christian Hopkins.
Logan also.
Joe.
And today we're here with our top 5 personal least favorite characters in the MCU. Since we did our favorites, figure we do our least favorites. So we'll go do what
Because we have those.
Yep. We're going to jump right in. Jonah, you want to start us off?
Yes, I will. My first honorable mention is Star-Lord because what the heck, man?
He did the thing.
No, so I love Star-Lord, like now, but there for a year after Infinity War came out, up until Endgame came out, I hated him. I followed Chris Pratt on Instagram, and I'm like, and I would comment under his post, dude, why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Yeah, punch Thanos in the face, but
For all we know,
as far as Doctor Strange said, there was one possible outcome, and part of that outcome was Star-Lord punching Thanos. So, as far as we know, if he hadn't done that, more people would have died. So, I've forgiven you. So, I'm gonna go ahead and backspace him off this list.
Would you have to say his name?
My first honorable mention, because Star-Lord's gone now, is my only honorable mention is Flash Thompson. He didn't make my top 5 list because there are characters that I dislike a lot more than him. He doesn't appear a lot, but yes, he's a minor character, but like going forward, he could very well be a major character because Agent Venom is like really cool.
Yeah.
And we know Venom is now in Tom Holland's universe.
Yeah, where he is currently is not that.
He's
it's not that.
like,
great.
I could beat him up with one finger, probably.
When you look at Flash Thompson in Tobey and Andrew's movies, he's like taller, he's intimidating. In this movie, he's shorter than Tom Holland.
He's a different kind of bully.
Yes, I'll tell you what they were trying to do. They were trying to make him a cyberbully.
He's a different kind of bully.
Media.
Yeah.
Because the media is more prevalent nowadays. But
I
like,
respect
still
the take
make
on
him
it.
physically.
I respect the take on it, but he's not great.
No, he's not. My number 5 is Sprite.
Sprite? Yeah.
She's one of the main reasons why I do not like Eternals, really. If you take her out of the movie, it's a little bit better. It's still not great, but it's a little bit better, honestly. Yeah. It really is. No, I agree. She's the worst of
space.
She's the worst of the Eternals.
It's not close. If you disagree, sorry.
No, it's not remotely close. Druig is the only one that's down there.
But he's also the one that punches Sprite.
But he punches Sprite
in the back of the head
with like a rock, doesn't it?
Something like knocks her out. And that redeems him from being on this list.
Okay.
Kid.
What is the point of Sprite in this movie?
What
does she do that is prevalent to the plot?
Stab Cersei.
Not prevalent.
And then Cersei is
irrelevant.
And then Cersei is like, oh, she did nothing to get any sort of redemption. I'm going to give her what she wants.
So nothing that she does means anything.
Yeah, it sucks.
She likes Icarus.
Her whole thing is she's got a crush.
There it is, right there.
She's got a crush.
That's her plot.
She's got a crush. I mean, wouldn't you too?
True.
On
good looking dude.
On what? Richard Madden, I think is his name.
Yeah, good looking guy.
My number 4 is Killian.
I had a feeling he was going to be on your list.
Like, okay, the rest of Iron Man 3, I do not hate. I think it's quite good, but Killian is ruining a good... They make it a little bit better with what they do in Shang-Chi.
But at the time of this movie coming
out... But at the time of this movie, we didn't know. But no, I think Shang-Chi helped it a little bit with, like, showing us the actual Mandarin. But, like, at the time, no.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty rough.
I love the guy that plays him. Guy Pearce is a really good actor.
But say actor's great.
3 is MODOK. I have 2 characters that I dislike more than MODOK. I know, right? Name me one good thing about him. How he looks with the mask down.
There you go.
He looks good. I think he looks good.
That's about the only okay thing.
There it is. How many times do you think his mask opens and closes?
Too many.
How many times do you think characters throughout that entire movie have their masks
in the middle of him fighting with Cassie, he opens it and he closes it and then he opens it. Like, so many times. I'm like, dude, just keep it closed, please, God.
That's how every character is.
And we saw
they do
and we saw his butt.
Yeah, that was awful.
Dude,
bro looks like a minion.
Yellow Jacket was so cool.
Bro looks like a minion.
He looked...
Yep.
Why did you have to say that? Why did
It's
you,
not
why,
the first time
Why-
he said it.
why did you say that? That's the first time I've heard that.
I've said it to Christian before.
Why
He's
did
like
you-
a
No,
minion.
you said it in the review too.
I
Really?
must have tuned that out because it's so bad.
He
Why
looks
did
like
you,
a minion,
why did you
dude.
say
Especially
that?
when they show his butt. He looks like a minion. Looks like a minion butt.
How often do you look at minion butts?
Shoot. A guy likes what a guy likes.
Shoot. Okay, 2 is Ralph Boner.
Oh my
You
god.
think he has enough screen time to put him on there?
Yep.
Okay.
He has enough. Considering
If MODOK
that
has enough screen
That's
time.
true.
considering that he also has screen time in X-Men.
At least the actor does, yeah.
Yes. So going into what as a whole, I still liked WandaVision. He was the one part that I had a problem with because
I didn't mind WandaVision, but this.
when I started whenever I watch like a show or a movie, I make like a prediction of what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
So my prediction was Magneto. That's what I thought was going. That was my prediction for
Okay, thank God. As with everybody else, Mephisto.
No, get the heck out of here! I'm sorry. They'll probably do that at some point though. But my prediction for WandaVision was that Magneto was going to show up and be like, "Hey, you're my kid,"
Which should be cool.
which I want Michael Fassbender in my life, or no, it'd be Ian McKellen in this like
Either
time
way.
frame. Either way, but and then Quicksilver shows up and I'm like, oh my god, am I correct?
Yeah.
But then
They make a pee-pee joke.
They make the stupidest joke
They make a pee-pee joke.
in the entire franchise.
Make a pee-pee joke.
You want to talk about wasting a character?
they take one of my favorite. I kid you not, Quicksilver from X-Men is one of my favorite characters in cinema. I love that. I'm a big advocate for the X-Men movies. We got to do this at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I wanted Magneto, and I see Quicksilver show up, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah.
And then they waste them.
Pee-pee joke.
Stupid.
I still hope that they do bring in like House of M or Magneto somehow. They can combine those two easily. Hopefully they're going to with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
I'm excited.
my number 1 is Carly Morgenthau.
Yeah.
She's the worst villain in the MCU. I don't think it's close as far as main villain goes, because like MODOK is up there because he's a side villain.
He is a side villain, yeah.
Okay, she was supposed to be like, so she's like the leader of like basically a terrorist group.
She's
not intimidating. Flag Smashers. She's not intimidating.
Nope.
Her decision making sucks.
Okay. Well, one scene will always be stick out to me. The scene where she's like talking to Sam, US agent runs in, and then she's like, "Oh, you tried to betray me," and Falcon went, "No, I'm not." She then calls Sam's sister, threatens her, and then texts Sam. Or no, the sister calls Sam, and then essentially is like, she wants you to meet her without your suit or Bucky. And yet, Carly is so surprised when Sam shows up in his suit with Bucky, and then
Because you threatened my sister.
Exactly. I really like that show, but she's so stupid.
That's one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of that show. The rest of it I love, but Carly Morgenthau it's a worse version of Finn.
Oh God,
Finn from Miles Morales.
you're right.
Because she even kind of looks like her too.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Leader of terrorist group,
So Finn was more intimidating.
wants to stick it to the man basically.
Yep. Yeah. So she was more intimidating.
Except she was more intimidating because she had stuff. But
She was still kind of annoying though.
A little bit.
anyways, that's my list. Anywho,
We'll move on to my list now. I have 2 honorable mentions. I couldn't get any more than that. I had to put everybody else on the list.
You really struggled with this.
I struggled with this list. It's a tough list. There's a lot of characters.
don't judge him, okay?
My first honorable mentions might be a hot take is Cassie Lang, specifically Quantumania Cassie Lang.
She isn't.
She
Her
is-
acting will get better.
I believe so.
Dad.
It's,
Dad.
how many times did she say dad?
Oh,
Too many.
Too many.
Take a shot every single time she does it.
That's
I
what
mean,
I've said.
Dude, you die.
You would. She's stale. She's pretty one note. I mean, I get the actress. Catherine Newton is pretty new to. She's young. And she's not been in that many big.
She's 26.
She's 26, but she's not been in that many big projects.
No, she's been in basically
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu.
That was like I think her biggest role.
And even then, nobody in that movie was a good actor
Was
except
her-
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
He's a
so
voice actor.
I believe it can get better. But for right now, she's
for now.
pretty poorly written, pretty one note.
But she's
Acting's
not.
great.
She's not on your list
She's not on my list. Honorable mention.
because
My next one is Flash Thompson.
Mhm.
He already said everything. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
it's not good.
he's not great. He's
not
just
good.
not what Flash needs to be, in my opinion.
Nope.
I get what they were trying to do, but I don't like it. We'll move on to my list now. My list.
It's alright.
At number 5, I have Jane Foster. Number 5. She isn't really. I hate it. I hate putting her on the list because I love me some Natalie Portman. But she's just not that great in pretty much everything.
Thor 1, she's okay.
Thor 1, she's all right. Dark World, she's.
Thor Love and Thunder, she's ripped.
Dude, she's fine. I'll tell you that, she's
ripped.
fine. She's a good looking woman.
She has good moments in that movie.
She has good moments
Like
in
the
that movie.
end.
I actually
But
liked her quite a bit in Love and Thunder. She's one of the few parts of the movie I actually really
She
liked.
also has really bad moments in that movie, and I think she could have been written a lot better as a whole.
Hammer. No! No, I don't. I
No.
don't want to.
She's just overall not that great.
Great actress. Great actress. I think Love and Thunder, she just got screwed by the director.
Great actress, just
As
not
much as I
great,
love the
not well
direction.
written. At number 4, I have Malekith. I can't not put Malekith on this list, dude. Malekith is not good. I mean, you can try to defend him. He's probably the most forgettable. I can't remember a thing about him. He's so forgettable. I can't get through that movie without going to sleep. I mean, he's really bad.
Is it more that movie or him?
It's him. He's not a villain. He's boring.
He's barely present.
Exactly, and he's the main villain.
But if he's barely present, how can you...
Because he's the main villain. He's barely there. And when he is, it's
If the main
bad.
villain isn't that present, that can be a detriment.
That's an issue. And he's bad when he is. I mean, it's just not that good. It's very, very poorly written. Not fun at all. And when you're supposed to be the big bad of that movie, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't like him either.
Every moment Malekith is on screen, I'm not watching it because I'm asleep.
Well, you were asleep when the movie started, to be fair.
To be fair, yeah, I guess, but can't keep me awake, then whatever.
Yeah.
He deserves to be on this list.
No.
Literally ask everybody ever.
They would say MODOK.
Well, I'll get
He's
to
been
that.
he's been replaced by more villains to me.
Yeah.
It's fair. I mean, I have some.
At
some
least
of those.
I remember his name as opposed to Crow.
Crow is worse.
I could
think Crow is worse.
honestly swap Crow there and put Malekith in the honorable mentions, or maybe bump him down to 5 and put Jane.
Because at least I remember Malekith's name and some of his motivations.
But I remember Malekith because I hate him.
Yep.
And yes, I have watched all of that movie. I have gotten through it without.
Yes, I have actually.
I have
gotten through
actually
that movie.
seen it, and it's not good. We'll move on. We'll move on from that. Number 3, I have Carly. You already said everything. She's really bad. She's not good. Not good at all. She's probably my least favorite main villain. She's the last main villain I have on this list, and she's probably the worst one. She's no motivation. Her motivation sucks. The acting is not amazing. It kills that show for me. I mean, really, I do not like that show, and she killed it. But yeah,
I've forgotten a lot of what happened in that show because I try to tune
Yeah,
her out, and she's in a lot of it.
she's no. It's a lot of it is about her. She's
Yes.
pretty much like the main character, in some times, and it's just not good.
She's not even the best villain in the show.
No, she's not. Number 2, I have Sprite. Sprite's awful. Sprite's terrible, dude.
Bat face.
It's just not a good character, man. Her entire bit is, I have a crush on
Icarus.
dude, man,
Yeah, me
Icarus."
too.
Yeah, but me too. Well, how does that make you more relevant than me? And I'm
Maybe
not in
I
the
should
movie.
be. Maybe I should be in this movie.
Maybe I should be in the movie instead of you. You know.
I'd be better. I promise you, I could be a better character than Sprite.
But no, Sprite's really bad. She's just kind of there. That whole movie is just.
Oh, there you go. That summed it up. She's there.
She's there. She's present.
That's good.
My number 1, it couldn't be anybody else. My number 1 is MODOK.
Mm-hmm.
It is the worst. Every time MODOK is on the screen in Ant-Man Quantumania, it is the worst piece of MCU cinema.
I think him dying is probably the worst scene in the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
It is
absolutely
terrible. Every scene with him is the worst. Just watching it, I was audibly cringing in the theater.
In the
attest to
comics,
this.
in the comics, he is one of the most prominent MCU
One of
villains.
those prominent.
And I said MCU. One of those prominent Marvel villains in the
Marvel
comics.
villains, yes.
And he is rendered to a joke.
To a joke, and
they know it was a joke because
they
like,
wrote him as one.
because he dies, and then all the characters are standing there like, yeah.
Exactly. If everybody else is like, what? I have some.
They
with that.
knew
Like,
that it
when we
looked-
get to my list, we'll talk about that again. But when we get to my list, I'm gonna bring up points I brought up to you. How there's a piece of media that does MODOK better than this.
They showed his butt. They know he's
He
a
looks
joke.
like a minion. He's awful. I despise this character. It's
Dude, the Avengers game did MODOK better than
yes, they sure did.
this movie. He's
No,
not awful
it's-
in that, but he's
he's
not.
not
But he's
awful in
not
that.
great.
At least he's intimidating.
Yeah, at least he's a villain.
He's a villain. Dude, this is every second that he is on the screen. It is the worst experience.
I would
I've
say
ever had
his
watching
character
MCU
could be
film.
summed up in one scene he's in, and it's when he talks, Kang shuts him up and throws him against the wall.
I hate
And that's what I want to do to him every single time.
There's nothing else I can
talks.
put at one. I don't feel that passionate about any other character in the MCU. He's atrocious.
I mean, we spent a good like 5 to 10
We
minutes talking about him.
talked
in the
about it,
review.
yeah.
I think that's.
I
That's my
think from
list.
now on this channel, let's make a law right now. Whenever we are talking about MODOK, we have to do the Voldemort things. We have to call him He Who Must Not Be.
He
Named.
must not be named.
Are we all in favor? All in favor?
Yeah,
raise
I'm
your
about
hand.
that.
Good.
I'm down
Motion,
for
motion
that.
passed.
No, for that.
He Who Must Not Be Named.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
for that.
Starting after this video, you can say his name in this video because
Okay.
he's probably going to be on your
Yeah.
list.
My turn. So my first honorable mention, pretty consistently, is going to be Flash Thompson.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's just such a bad decision to take a character. I appreciate the decision to make a change like that.
Make
but
him
for
more
Flash
social media
Thompson,
What does he call him in Homecoming? What does Flash call Peter in Homecoming?
Penis Parker.
There it is.
Parker, yeah. Penis Parker.
Yeah, it's stupid. I really was not a fan of that Flash. Tom Holland's taller than him. He's not physically.
And Tom Holland's not tall,
It's
not.
literally 5'7" or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of him.
but it works for him because he's a spider.
He's a spider.
I'm only gonna have one more honorable mention. My other honorable mention is going to be Sonny Burch from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Absolutely pointless character. I really like the
His entire
actor.
thing is, hey, I want your building.
Yeah, it's so I wasn't a
I
huge
want
fan
your
of any of the
swamp.
villains in this movie, and I mean, not all the villains are bad. I like Ghost, but everything.
She's okay.
Yeah, but everything relating to Sonny, I just did not like. Every time he was on the screen,
Which is
I was
crazy
just like,
because his
what's the
actor's
point?
really good.
Yeah, his actor is
Walton
really
Goggins
good.
is really good.
His actor is really good, but every time he's on the screen, I'm just like, he's such a pointless character
Okay.
that I think would have brought the movie up if he
There
was
is
in.
there is one thing that I like about the Sonny Burch scenes is because Luis is usually in those scenes.
Fair enough.
Because Luis is usually there.
Fair enough.
But that's the only good thing is he gives way to Luis.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
She said yes.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. My number 5 is I can't even remember his name. Hulk King from She-Hulk. You guys don't know this character. This was such a stupid character.
It's not Hulk's son, is it?
No,
What's
that's
his name?
Scar.
That's Scar.
It's. I mean,
I'm
this character.
looking up what he looks like.
Look! Oh my God, you're gonna hate it. We're gonna pause right here because you're gonna hate how he looks.
Oh, it's one word. Hulking.
Hulking, yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Make sure you're.
What is that?
Yes, exactly. That's him.
What it?
This is a character who is prevalent from earlier on in the show. It's just he starts out as a character She-Hulk. goes
Meanwhile,
on a
in
date
comics.
with.
He's-
At the beginning, when he's introduced, he's like just somebody that She-Hulk goes on a date with, and it just he's weird right from the start.
That's what Hunter thinks he is.
Yeah.
He's
No,
very
that's
weird right from the start. His character could essentially be summed up in one word, and it's and it's some of the characters in the show say as well. His character can be summed up in which is fetish. It's,
Ew. His character gives you some with ugh.
Yeah.
so when the final episode happened, and me and Luke were watching it, and then
Don't
'cause
tell me.
then-
Don't tell me he's the main villain.
he might as well be. The show doesn't. He's the closest thing to a main villain in that show because there isn't one.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it then.
Don't. But when he was revealed, because Hulking was like hinted towards throughout the show, so I'm like, ooh, I wonder who it's gonna be. Will it be the leader because they're like trying to get She-Hulk's blood. So I'm like, what if it's the leader? That would be cool. When it was revealed to be him, me and Lucas audibly went, what?
For background, we haven't watched this.
They haven't. I
have.
have.
I watched 2 episodes, I think.
You watched it? You got that far?
Yeah, I did.
Stupid character idea. Absolutely hated it.
If you like it, more power to you, but I'll judge you.
I'll judge you.
If you like She-Hulk as a show, nothing wrong with that.
More power to you.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I hate it. My number 4 is MODOK. Once again,
3 characters above MODOK. Okay.
Yeah, because there are 3 characters.
I mean, I've got 2 of them.
Really annoy me so much. No, MODOK is still stupid. His redemption more than anything else brings him down. Redemption. Let me put that in quotes.
He dies.
So stupid.
That was the redeeming part about him. He died.
Okay. In all honesty, what did he do?
The movie would have been same though.
Yeah, he breaks King's shield and everything, but I think it might have broken anyways.
Movie would have been same though.
It would have almost.
It looked like the ants were getting in.
They were about to. Yeah.
So what's the point? He comes.
You could have taken him out. And it would have been so much better. But
it's a to be continued meme when he's about to crash into the shield.
Oh god. Yeah, there's.
Does King talk to MODOK
Yeah,
other than that one?
No, that's it. That's it. It's the only thing he says to him the whole time, I'm pretty sure.
No, he says that you will not speak in my room. And there was another scene. There's another scene where he tells him like, find Lang's daughter, kill her. That's it. Just those 2 scenes. After Cassie transmits that message.
So he says like less than 10 words to him.
Yep.
Good.
Around there, yeah.
Good. I'm glad that he wasn't like a right-hand man or anything.
But yeah, complete waste of a awesome comic character. And you want to know what's even more depressing?
He didn't have to be there, man.
You want to know what's even more depressing?
Isn't there a MODOK show?
That. But there's also... So there was there's a... He's in that too! And he's awesome! But what's sad is that there's one piece of media that's not the most comic that MODOK is in, and he's freaking incredible. You want to know what that show is? Iron Man Armored Adventures. He showed for reference when MODOK first shows up in Armored Adventures, he's about to beat Iron Man. He's reading his mind. If Living Laser weren't there, Iron Man would have died.
He looks like Dr. Animo.
He does.
From Ben 10.
That's yeah.
He looks interesting.
I mean, he's an actual robot.
Yes.
He's intimidating. He's threatening. Oh, that's concept art. Yep. But the thing is, like, he's intimidating. He's not
that's scary. That's 20 times better than what we got.
He's scary in that show. Yeah, not a fan of it. Number 3 is Ralph Boner. I have never been so annoyed with
Why is that his last name?
Because it was
Why is that his last name?
It was which Rambo was it? Maria?
Ooh,
Monica.
Monica's the daughter, isn't it?
Monica.
Wait, or is Monica the
Monica?
mom?
Yeah. No, it's Maria Rambo.
Maria's the daughter.
I think Maria. But she said
they're 2 similar names.
But she says your name is Ralph Boner, and he goes Boner.
Maria's the dad. The mom.
Well, the me.
Monica's the daughter.
But that was such a because they set him up as like, ooh, Quicksilver, like the actor from the X-Men movies.
See, whenever they bring in Quicksilver, I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna start the bridge between X-Men and Marvel? Now, granted, we are gonna be getting that. What is that next year?
I think so, yeah.
Granted, we're gonna be getting that, but like, you brought up my hopes for a little bit, man. I wanted Magneto.
So stupid. It's the worst attempt at a joke the MCU has ever done.
Because for those who don't know, like the comic lore, Magneto is canonically Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's father. So that's why I thought Magneto was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
For background.
So bring him in for a damn boner joke.
And there for a while he acted cool.
He did, and then the final episode just absolutely hate it. Stupid character, worst twist. Which she was cool, but the worst twist the MCU has ever done, and I hate it. 2 is Sprite.
Valid.
Worst character in the movie. Movie's already my least favorite movie in the MCU.
Worst character in I would say the worst MCU movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Worst character. Therefore, you're bad.
Yeah. You're awful.
You're a trash kid.
she's annoying every single time she's on screen. She doesn't have one redeeming
No,
moment,
she really
one good
doesn't.
scene.
I'm sorry, but she doesn't.
Every time she's on the screen, she acts like a spoiled little kid who just pisses me off every
Which,
time.
like, how are you gonna act like a spoiled? I understand the whole like.
How
the
old
body
are
of the
you?
Kid. You're an immortal being. Why do you act like a child?
That's my thing. Is she's in the body of that? That is one of my main problems. There is that she might be in the body of a child. One, why? Like, is there a reason for that?
There is a reason, but I can't remember.
Yeah, she's in the body of a child. That's not
Why
the
do you
issue.
act like
It's
a
the
child?
issue. Why you're thousands of years old. Thing is, she's not 30 or 40. She's like hundreds of thousands
She's an
of years
immortal
old.
being.
She has been alive.
Show some wisdom.
She's been alive since the beginning of time. The beginning of the earth.
Show some athleticism.
Seriously, it was so
Like,
stupid.
dude, what? I'm so
Terrible character with Sprite. And my number one is also Carly.
Harley.
Yeah.
Yee.
What even was the thought process behind this character?
Dude, if that show had a good villain, it could have been one of the best.
Yeah,
But because it doesn't have a good villain, it
keeps it down.
It keeps it like in the mid to low for me.
Yeah. And this really sucks because I do really like this show. I do really like this show.
Therefore, while I hated USH, I'm like, that's the point. So
Yeah, and I actually didn't hate him for a good portion of the show because I went into the show thinking I was gonna hate him, and then I came out like,
because I'm a Captain America dude.
Yeah.
If you're trying to replace my Captain America, get the heck out.
Yeah, but Carly was just terribly written character, terrible motivation. It's very hard for me to think of a scene where I liked her. When she died,
Thing is, it's really funny because like Bucky and Falcon treat her like they should be like, what, you thought I was gonna come you thought I was gonna come unarmed after you just threatened my no.
That's the main scene. That's the main
No,
scene.
they treat her like we would. They don't
no
treat
respect.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's another reason why the show stays like I like it a little bit because like they don't deal with her crap.
Exactly.
They don't put up with it.
Yeah,
this show could have been my favorite.
It would have been worse if they
tried to make them seem intimidated by her.
Yeah, it would have brought the show down so much more. But I really do like this show, but she keeps it from being my favorite and terrible character.
Because it's emotional at times. The action's good.
The dynamic between Sam and Bucky is fantastic.
But the villain
keeps it down.
Because if you don't have a good villain,
and if you
there's
have,
not a lot you can do.
If you have a mediocre villain, that'll be fine. Like my opinion, like Doctor Strange doesn't have the best villain, but it's
Kaecilius is mediocre. I would agree. Kaecilius is
still
mediocre.
a great, entertaining actor.
Dormammu's not good.
Dormammu's not good. But
Kaecilius is mediocre mediocre. I would just say he's middle of the line.
Exactly.
He's decent, but
that's what keeps that movie down. But it's still like I don't hate the character. Right. I hate Carly. Right. So that's like, anyways, that's gonna do it for our top 5, or I guess bottom 5 characters.
Yeah, this isn't top 5. This is bottom 5.
Yeah. So let us know what your least favorite character in the MCU is down below.
And don't be like some of these websites that we looked at that said like Captain America.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No, just
don't say Star-Lord.
If you say I said that as a joke. To preface, if you say like Captain America, Chris Evans better have like murdered your mother or something.
Yeah, like
Chris Evans better have done something to you.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Later, webheads.